A shepherd once found the whelp of a wolf and brought it up, and after a while taught it to steal lambs from the neighboring flocks. The wolf, having shown himself an apt pupil, said to the shepherd, "Since you have taught me to steal, you must keep a sharp lookout, or you will lose some of your own flock." That was Aesop fable called The Shepherd and the Wolf. The version that I am using is translated by George Filer Townsend. Aesop Fables, complete original translation from Greek, and I received it from ForgottenBooks.org. Now, what a story. We often get out the world what we put into it. I guess in this last couple of days, we done dealt with the shepherd twice. The shepherd that was crying wolf, he was up to mischief. This shepherd is up to mischief. I guess shepherds have a lot of time to sit around and come up with just dastardly dumb things that they can do. Shepherds are like people sitting in cubicles. They just come up with dumb stuff to do. And this shepherd found a wolf, taught the wolf to steal from other people, but the wolf brought up the point that, listen, what you reap, you sow. You know what I'm saying? If I'm stealing from other people and you got me eating lambs and you got a whole bunch of lambs, what makes you think that I won't steal the lambs that you have? Man, we really need to think about that. What is the energy that we're throwing out now? I think it was yesterday on Give Yourself Permission, we talked about reciprocity. And this story is an excellent excellent reference point, an excellent reminder about what we put out, we receive. You can't teach people to steal and then expect them not to steal from you. You can't expect people to kill and not expect them to kill you. You can't teach people to cheat and not expect them to cheat you. What we do, as Malcolm X says, chickens come home to roost. And being an old farmhand, I have never been sad by chickens coming home to roost. Reciprocity. This is a very strong concept, and when we understand this concept, we can align our actions with it so that what comes back to us is what we want. Oftentimes, people want to just put things out in the universe. And I said this again on Give Yourself Permission. We want relationships without responsibility. We want to do things, but we don't want to suffer the consequences for the things that we do. I guess this is human nature, but this is something that we have to mature beyond and understand that we are responsible for our actions. We are responsible for our lessons. We are responsible for our hurts. We are responsible for the hurts that we give to other people. And we have to realize that eventually all that stuff is coming back. We also are responsible for all the good and the blessings and the joy that we bring to other people. So this story teaches us what I teach. What I teach, I'm responsible for. And for us parents, man, this is even more insightful. Because that wolf, for all intents and purposes, was that shepherd's child. And that shepherd, instead of teaching the wolf to protect the flock, he taught the wolf to go out and destroy others' flocks. Instead of, and let's just do a comparison. Instead of teaching the child to respect all environments, I teach the child to destroy all environments and not realizing that child eventually going to come home and tear up my stuff. Instead of teaching the child to respect other people's stuff, I teach the child, or I encourage the child, to go out and destroy other people's stuff. And encouragement doesn't mean you say, hey, go ahead and do it. Encouragement means that when they do it, you don't check that behavior. What we teach the younger will always come back to get us. As a society, we remember this. We need to remember this. If we teach our children to be robots, they are going to be robots. And if what happens at the end of every robot story, robots are trying to take over. You know what I'm saying? These robots are going to watch us when we get old and are in care facilities, and it's going to treat each one of us like a lump of flesh. All of us are exactly the same, and we know this is not true in any case. You know what I'm saying? This is Brother Hatim saying this is Folk Tales for Grown Folks. Thank you for coming wisdom mining with me. The hits are they're growing. The audience is growing. I want to thank each one of you for taking the time, whether it's in the early morning or in the late night. I want to thank you for listening, and I pray that your day will be as beautiful as you are.